Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Community Insights. Paul, go ahead.
This is wonderful. In the CI, Community Insights, nobody likes it. I think it's great. It's like the Village Inn back in the day. CI, Community Insights.
Oh, jeez. And that's the end of the show. That's all the time we have for Paul and his nonsense.
Well, I'll be the first to say I like it.
Yeah, I think it's good. Thanks, Mike.
He's the first and last to say that he likes it.
That's good. It's a good place to be.
Yes.
So...
Introduce your guests.
Yes, thank you. Well, we may have a late guest. I'm hoping we do anyway with Kevin.
Not a chance.
But
not a chance.
You seem very definitive on that.
Yeah.
You must know something that we have some
inside info.
I love Kevin. I love Kevin. Not a chance he's showing up.
Really?
All right, I'm putting it in the record. That's in the record there. We'll see.
Okay.
Prove him wrong
All right,
if you're listening.
Alex, come on.
Also in the on the agenda here, we have Next Up Music Inc. That's the official nonprofit.
Yep.
That's right.
And I'm a little bit green when it comes to this, although I did see you guys on 321 speaking about this.
Yeah.
But apparently Mike Serra wasn't part of the equation,
Not yet.
which I thought he was.
He
He
was just absent that day.
Well,
Right.
now he's
Yes.
saying this is his first podcast.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I'm very surprised that you haven't done more podcasts. I loved you in Superbad.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I loved you in Superbad.
Yes.
And Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yep.
And everything else that
Thank
you've
you.
been in.
Thank you.
That went right over my head. It's
There's
not
an
my
actor.
age,
There's an actor named
CER
Mike Serra.
CERA.
CERA. He
Yeah,
spells his
but-
name wrong.
but I don't know anything when it comes to. My wife's like, oh gosh, please, just don't worry about it. I'll tell you later, type thing. Okay, so what I'd like to get through real quick. I'm kind of a personable guy. You know what I mean? I want
I
to
had
know.
no idea.
Before the next up thing, I wanted to kind of talk about each of you individually, who you are, where you're from, and what this area means to you, because you're still working and living, I assume, in this area. So Vanessa, let's start with you, Vanessa
Okay.
Harwood.
Oh, thank you. What does Westerly mean to me? Oh, man. So I'm a graduate of Westerly High School,
Okay.
1998, the great class of 1998.
Sal Siciliano was in that class.
Sal
I think.
Siciliano. Oh, there's some greats in
Yeah,
there. Greg
there's-
Antoch.
Oh, Greg was
Trace
that class?
Elias, Gina Geversini. I mean, I could go
Wow.
on and on.
Yeah.
There's
Some
some
celebrities.
greats. Yeah.
What was your maiden name?
Ravenel.
Ravenel. Yes, I know
It's
your dad, like
Yeah.
an old man would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your father?
Yeah, that's my dad. My brother's Brian Ravenel. He's
Yes.
currently the middle school assistant basketball coach. And I love this town. I'm, came from my Italian roots, my grandparents. I went to Providence College and
Nice.
and URI. I'm a speech and language pathologist, and currently.
So you got your master's at URI?
I did. I get my master's at
Good
URI.
for you. My
Yep.
son's girlfriend is just entering the program this fall.
Really?
She got in, yeah.
Interesting.
She's
Wow.
a Wesley girl, Jenny Pringer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Isn't
you know
that
what I mean?
interesting? Because I am now currently a professor at URI.
Really?
Jenny will be one of my
Is that
students.
right?
Yes, she
Wonderful.
will be.
Oh,
Interesting.
you're
Yeah.
gonna love her.
I do know her.
Oh, you do?
Miss Michelle's dance studio.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness, how funny.
Okay.
See, that's one of
Yeah,
the things
this
about
is-
Westerly.
here it is.
Small world.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's it. I am currently an associate professor at URI in the Department of Communicative Disorders, and I have a very passionate, talented young son named Jacob Harwood, who is
Jacob.
a guitarist. That's
Ooh,
right.
okay.
Coming up through the United. So I'm
Oh, nice.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
And
And Sam, who's my fifth grader. Sorry. Also
Okay, well,
Front
you can't
man.
forget him.
Frontman. He's
Big
a
front man.
Yeah, he's got his own band. Yes.
And you're married to a dermatologist.
That's what they tell me. Yep.
Is that what you credit the complexion for, or is that on your
Yeah.
own?
No, that's on my own.
Right.
100%.
Okay,
No,
great.
100%.
Wonderful.
Yes, my dear husband, Michael Harwood, and most of us call him Butch.
I went to school with Fred.
Oh,
Yeah, Fred
Good.
was my year. Although I went to St. Bernard.
Oh, you did?
High school, yeah.
okay.
They had to get me out of Westerly. I could,
He was
Yeah.
thrown. He was thrown out of West.
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah.
like second grade, they
Yeah.
said, "Listen, you're not going to high school."
I can see it coming far away.
For sure. All right, Vanessa, I love that. Lots of material there that we'll get back to, matching it up with the nonprofit, and Mike Serra with an S, by the way.
With an S. Spell it correctly.
Sadly,
Um,
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Well, no, sadly, I wish I was Mike.
I wish I had that money. And
Yes.
Arrested Development. Have you ever seen that?
I would still
heard
be doing
of it.
this podcast.
You've heard of?
that's a music company. I mean, a music.
There is a band called Arrested Development. Yeah, but I'm talking about the TV show that ran for
wow.
3 years
My
on
wife would have known that.
Fox and then 3 years on Netflix. And all right, never mind.
Mike, can you help me out with this little thing here so
Yeah.
it's not getting in the way? I'm very OCD. That's problematic.
Well, I see.
Okay, so
I
Mike-
see in the gym straightening the mats out. So,
Yeah, at times, right? That's the OCD in me.
If you want to come to my house and straighten stuff out, Jackie would be very
The
appreciative.
problem with doing that is
Yeah.
it gets messed up again. So that's why I don't
Yeah.
really.
That's why I don't make
Yeah.
my bed. It's the most pointless.
That's how they
task.
pranked me in college. They would mess up my dresser drawer with all my shirts nice and folded. Yeah.
My mom always said, if you don't learn to make your bed when you grow up, your wife is going to kill you. Like she's going to look down on you, blah, blah, blah. And I wish that my mom was still alive so I could be like, joke's on you. Dated a girl with an autoimmune disease, so I'm always the first one out of bed. Love it. I don't need to make it. So joke's on you, Mom.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see once you get married.
Oh no, she yells at me when I don't. Yeah, no. There's a set of boxes from some new equipment that we got for 321, and the boxes have not gotten taken to the recycling yet. And empty boxes, yeah. And I'm in trouble a little bit for that. So anyway, moving on.
We got Mike. We got Mike Serra.
Yep.
Is it Michael or Mike?
Mike.
Mike's
No,
you're the
no,
man,
Michael.
Mike.
Yeah.
And I too know both of your parents.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Very
Yep.
fond.
No,
Your
if
mom
if
actually-
you've ever been to a restaurant in town,
Right.
yeah, they're there.
She brought me up to the ranks of the mentoring aspect with the school system. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then what happened really is I would mentor these kids, and then the role would turn. They would mentor me. And be like, Paulie, I don't think that's a good idea.
That is sage advice. Yeah.
Right, for sure. All right, so from Westerly.
Yep. Grew up here. Yep.
Tell us a little bit about your educational background. What's the deal here?
Yeah. All right. Well, graduated in 2002 with the esteemed brother of Vanessa, Brian. We went to college together at
The younger brother. That's what
Yes.
it was,
We went to college together at Bryant. We were roommates for 4 years.
Oh, man.
That was before it was university, right?
We were there. I think it changed the last year we were there.
Okay.
Maybe I can't remember exactly.
All right.
Yeah. So I went to Bryant and then Northeastern for law school, and lived in Boston
I did
for
not
a while.
know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Northeastern law, huh? That's like
yeah.
saying you went to PC and then got your master's in speech pathology.
Lived in Boston for a long time, and just getting back to your question about what Westerly means. Yeah, I mean, my wife is from Westerly as well. Caitlin Morin. Caitlin Sarah.
The Morin clan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like the Ravenel. Phoenix Optics.
Yes. So it's our ties to this area kind of made us decide that we didn't want to live in Boston, wanted to raise our family here.
Right.
That
was you were contemplating that though, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like in the city or?
Yeah, we were looking at places in the city, and it just didn't feel right. So
that's a different animal altogether.
Yeah.
Don't
It didn't
get me
feel
wrong, I
right.
love Boston, but
So we moved back here. I got a job in Providence so that we could move back here, and it's just been great. I mean, my brother, her 3 siblings, we all live within 5 minutes of each other.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's a
great.
really
Yes.
unique family life with all the cousins and stuff.
Yeah,
So it's fun.
I love that. I know the
Yeah.
deal. So you practice law in Providence?
Yes.
then?
Yep.
For a firm there
Yes.
in Providence?
Yep. Yep.
Very nice.
Big national firm.
what's the firm?
Called Troutman Pepper Locke. It's a national firm,
Pepper
and
Law.
we're it's headquartered in Atlanta, and we have a Providence office.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for both you and Vanessa, and I imagine Kevin, is it the three of you that?
Oh, there's a couple more.
You're
Really?
you're
So-
giving me too much credit in that.
All right. So
Yes.
where do we stand here as
All
far
right.
as who the?
So here's our board.
Okay, this is
And
the board.
This is the board. And Teresa's an ancillary member here.
Okay, but what about founders? Like the founders, is this it?
I would
Like
say
the founding members,
I
so
would
to speak?
say
Don't
yes.
escalate me to that.
Yes,
level.
you
No.
yes you were. Mike down
The top three.
Is he wearing the same
the
shirt
amount.
right now?
Yeah. Well,
Is
if you
he-
catch
is he
me,
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
guess
love
I
it.
am.
Look at that.
I love it. Now, do they not pay you enough at the law firm? To-
Exactly.
Well,
Dress down
I have like a
then.
3-shirt rotation.
Same. Same.
Especially
Actually, I
when
have a
work
lot
from
of shirts.
home.
They're just all black
Yeah,
t-shirts.
yeah.
So that's
Okay,
where I'm at.
if you can bring me up to speed as well as our audience and kind of let them know about Next Up,
Yeah.
as well as what it's all about.
Yeah.
When did it happen? When did
Yeah.
it formulate? You want to? Lead
I
the-
can try
Take
to
it
give a
away.
shot. All
Yeah.
right. So, as I mentioned before, my son Jake, who's right, this is a great guitarist, loves music, music's in his soul, and he's only 15, right?
Okay.
So yeah. So a couple years ago, the kids, they started jamming out, him and a bunch of friends in the garage, and that's really kind of how it started. And then in 2023, they were asked to play at this Next Up Music Festival. And we were like, what's Next Up Music
Yeah.
Festival, right? So at that time, Next Up was in its second year. It started in 2022.
Was it here? in
Yeah,
West
it was
Philly?
here, right in the park.
You gotta
Oh.
tilt the. But yeah.
All right,
Oh,
Tony, we
there
want
we
to make
go.
sure we can hear
Microphone has,
Vanessa.
to,
Vanessa.
Hear
microphone
this.
has to be pointing
All
at
right.
you.
Okay, very
Do we
good.
wanna-
You know,
it's a-
I don't know
it's
who
a
the.
crackly voice.
I don't know if you pointed it up at the ceiling for when I was talking to my mom, but
Oh,
she,
She's
she
hearing
was.
it.
No, she didn't.
Yeah,
She's
no,
hearing
no.
it.
I think she did. I think she was like. I
I
think she
hear
was
her.
like,
She's
Delma,
like-
he's saying some shit.
You wanted to tilt it more towards her mouth?
It's fine now. It's
Good?
fine.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so
So-
they had it right here where?
Right here in
the
Wilcox
park.
Park.
Okay.
Right. Started in 2022. Lux and Tom Gamache wanted to start kind of this grassroots festival that was going to take folks out of COVID, offer a big stage for up and coming talent in,
Okay.
in our town. Right.
For children.
Well, it started out being more so like for up and coming artists.
Okay.
And then
Wasn't limited then.
It wasn't limited then.
Okay.
And then in 2023, once he started to kind of invite the kids, he heard that they were around playing up at the United, things like that. I was like, when I saw the kids play on the stage, I was like, this is awesome. And just the whole idea of like bringing folks together in this kind of music community, doing something like the Summer Pops on Guns N' Roses. I'm like, this will be awesome.
What do you mean?
right?
Summer Pops.
Kind of like having a community event that brings folks together
In the park.
In the
like
park.
like a Summer Pops.
like a Summer Pop.
Okay.
But that really is geared towards, this incredible music that is happening in our town, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah.
the legacy of music that's come through
Okay.
Westerly. So I said in 2023, I said I got the guts to go up to Lux. I didn't know him, and I just said, how can I help you? What can I do? And
Yeah.
he's crazy. He said, sure, you can help. So the last year, we worked on getting sponsors and getting park vendors and food and we started to include more young talent as
Okay.
they came into the festival. And it was at the end of that where we stopped and said, okay, it was really Lux's vision. We want to start a nonprofit that is going to be the festival is going to be the crown jewel event,
Sure.
right?
Okay. This one event, so
This
to speak.
event. This is
Okay.
going to be like the main focus or our main event. But he wanted to start a nonprofit that supported youth and music through scholarship, education, and opportunity. So it's a way to bring local musicians together to give them a community for kids who are really interested perhaps
Mhm.
in the profession
Okay.
of music.
Now, youth, as far as elementary, adolescence, is there a gray area there?
Yeah, we're mostly focused on high school, college
Okay.
kids. It's mostly kind of adolescents and
Okay.
up. But yeah, so that's really, where kind of this has come from. And I was talking to the kids the other day, and I said, well, does that sound like a little like intense, like if I'm doing a next up thing, like what if I want to be an accountant? Like I don't know if I want to be
Yeah, right.
like a
Yeah,
professional
yeah,
musician.
Yeah.
And I told them, the other night, music impacts all of us in so many incredible ways.
Right.
And I've learned so much within the last year about how music is created.
Just being
and
involved in this.
recorded. Yeah.
Okay.
Distributed. And so if on one level, if they just learn that, through participating
Right.
in some next up stuff, amazing. But there are some kids out there now, and I feel it in our community, that are really passionate. They got music in their soul, and they want to, maybe they want to pursue music as a profession.
Right.
And that is a scary thing, I
Right.
think.
Well, it's hard. Where do you go? It's unless you go to
Exactly.
Juilliard, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You
And
know?
so this provides mentorship.
It's like a ground roots,
Yes.
grassroots, I should
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. That's kind of how.
Yeah.
That's where it is right now.
Yeah,
I
there's
think.
So how did you get involved, Mike?
That's important.
They wanted to create a non-profit,
Okay.
and
Some legal advice.
paper pusher JD, they needed some help, so she
They were
mentioned
looking
it
for
to
a
me.
celebrity first.
Yeah.
So they were like, I got a perfect date. I got
They're
a
looking for
perfect
something
guy.
for free. Is what
Yeah.
they were.
But yes, so provided some pro bono, just basic setup stuff, and
Sure.
I've known Vanessa forever, so and I'm just passionate about music, passionate about the mission of it. I think it's so cool. I think
Yeah.
building on the momentum the area has with the United, with the
Hmm.
Knickerbocker. They've been doing a lot of battles of the bands for young musicians, and we're really trying to, I think, build up this sort of community for young musicians that is something, way down the road, you see it like, look how much support we give young athletes, right?
Sure.
But music among kids happens sort of in the garage or in lessons that's not necessarily like rock music.
Right.
So let's try to create as many events as we can to give kids more of a community like we do local sports
Nice.
for musicians. So that's kind of how I see it.
Was there a draw for you, Mike, as far as the music industry in general that you said there was a passion for and a draw? Like, were you a musician at all?
I
Yes,
can't
he
call
is.
myself a musician at
drummer.
all.
A drummer, huh?
I bang on the drums a little bit, but I've never.
When did that start?
I played as a kid a little bit.
You did?
I picked it back up recently, but I
Okay.
I-
All right.
I've never, no band experience.
Very modest.
Yeah.
Very, very modest, for sure.
Uh,
One thing I will
Yeah.
say is the United, as good as it is, has brought in a great youth, meaning elementary, as far as
it's
music.
amazing.
So it can be a stepping stone to
Yeah.
what you folks have as well. Tom Foley.
This guy right here, your favorite person in the world. Okay, we're going to talk. He has created in that music school the most welcoming, supportive, incredible.
Okay, so parents love him. Then is what
Parents love him, kids love him.
you're saying. Really?
He tells
Yeah.
very
Okay.
bad dad jokes.
He
okay?
tells very
does.
bad jokes
He
in
tells
general.
Very bad jokes. We have to put up with him for that. But Nancy,
Nancy's lovely.
oh, she's
Stop. Talk more about Nancy
All
and
right,
less
I'll
about
tell-
Tom. Ryan's
That's the better
great.
half.
Okay.
Ryan's great.
Oh, right.
Every
people.
just don't talk about Tom and don't talk about Chicoria.
All right.
Other than those two, you can talk about anybody you
Anybody
want.
else?
Anybody you
I
want over
have
there.
yet to meet Mike Chicoria.
he's
Oh,
awesome.
you're not
I
missing
think
anything.
I hear
You're
he's-
not missing
I hear
anything.
he's like legendary pianist. He's incredible.
You're
so
not.
talented.
You're not
So
missing any.
talented. All right, I'm
Mike
gonna
is
meet
one
him.
of Mike
Right.
is one of my best friends of all
Right.
time. He's a terrible person. Terrible
We tried
person.
to get him to play at our wedding. He was booked.
Wow.
So I was really bummed.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and we talk about that too. So I think about Tom Foley growing up. I remember him in high school Ryan Piccolo, Lux, the Chicoria. These people have come through the ranks of Westerly music and now are giving back
Yeah, right.
18-fold. Like it's incredible.
Okay.
And the kids are benefiting from it.
Well, Kevin Lola has a story. I didn't realize the story until my son's graduation when he spoke. It wasn't just the reality show playing the fiddle. He went to West Point,
Yeah.
and then he got his MBA at University of Miami.
Yeah.
He's in law school now.
Is he really? Oh my goodness!
I
God
totally-
bless him.
This is why I told you he's
in
not coming to this
Afghanistan.
show today. I'm like, I don't know where he is, but he's doing something more important than this show.
Okay, so we have Big Lux. We have Tom Gamachi, Vanessa,
Yeah.
Mike over here, Teresa.
Guess who this is? The soon to be Mrs. Big Lux.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh,
who this is.
snap.
Yes.
Wow.
This is Teresa. She's from Austria.
Austria.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's
I've been
I
to
call her
Vienna.
the real Elsa. She's amazing. She speaks like 100 million languages.
How'd they
and She
meet?
has a background. I think so. I don't really know when he was.
Well, let's make
on
it up.
Tour? When he was on tour, not on tour. What I mean is deployed. Is
Oh,
what I
okay.
think. I mean, yeah. So they're gonna all have to correct me after this, but they did meet.
If he would
overseas.
show up to the thing,
He
maybe
would
he
know.
could,
He could
maybe
clarify.
he. So we're gonna make up the story. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, anyhow, let's look at this here. So the team of 6 here
Yeah.
Yeah.
are all from Wesley, except for Teresa,
Yes.
who's abroad. She's from,
Yes.
she's from Austria.
Worldly perspective.
She
that we need.
does. She has a background in like marketing, and she hand drew our beautiful.
Oh,
like,
wow.
She does all
Hand.
of our
Did
art.
that by hand.
Yeah.
She
Amazing.
does the website. She does the social media. It's just incredible.
All right. Now, what she drew here
Yes, look at that.
that's the this is the gazebo
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
park,
Yeah.
the United Theater,
Yeah.
Naturally the ocean and things. What about this lighthouse thing here? What do we know what this is all about?
Yeah. Maybe it is kind of the Watch Hill Lighthouse. I think maybe that was the
Okay.
idea there. Trying to make it fun. This is going to correct. We had a big discussion last night in
From
our
Dr.
meeting.
Zeus.
It's supposed to be Dells. Teresa loves Dells.
Really?
So that's what bringing in the Rhode Island
Okay.
piece there.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yep.
So as I leaf through this,
Yeah.
now you've kind of set the stage for us as far as the big festival, if you will, at Wilcox Park. That's happened already in the past last year, or
Yes.
Happened 4 years.
3 years
This
and
is
we're
our
on our
fourth year.
fourth.
Yes.
This is our
okay, so
fourth.
this will be the 4th year.
Yes.
Because I guess you guys have to come before the licensing board in town as well. Because I would probably know this. I sit on that.
we hope so.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
This is
Really?
not
Do you
that-
need permit?
Wait, do we need a permit? No.
Fine, fine, don't worry.
We just take
It's
the
a
guitars.
backyard deal. So when is this festival? We
Yeah.
could talk about that. Is that where we want to go right now, or
Sure.
okay,
Sure.
It's September 6th
okay,
this year.
Yes.
But you want to back up? We can talk.
yeah.
about,
So before we get to the big event,
Yeah.
there's some more things happening naturally now till then. I
Yes.
assume.
Yes. So
What's on the docket, so to
next
speak?
week on the 31st at Patty's, we're having
Saturday the
We're,
31st.
we're putting out a next up album. We're
Okay.
actually making vinyl records.
I don't know where cameras are.
Wow. Right there, that camera right there on
Thanks
the
to
wall.
A very generous donor, we're making vinyl albums. We had donated
albums,
studio
huh?
time from a music studio that
Oh, we're
brought-
going all out here.
that
Mhm.
brought in local bands, young bands to record.
So you'll be inside of Patty's. You won't be out on the
Yes.
beach then.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
The tiki bar.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
Patty's has been extremely generous.
Yes.
Yeah, I can
in
imagine.
allowing us to have this event. So it's a fundraiser for the festival, raise money to put on the festival, and to hopefully have money after that for scholarships.
Okay.
As well.
Great. So it's essentially a fundraiser,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just piggyback on that a little
Mhm,
bit because, with aligned with the mission. At first we said, let's just have an event and have the kids play and next up artists play and we'll raise money, but and we'll do it. We'll call it an album release party. And, Luck said, well, let's actually maybe do it. Let's make an album. Like the fact that we can bring the kids in the studio, that teaches them what recording is like.
Mhm.
It teaches them a little bit about making an album. The kids signed like a semi-contract, which taught them about, what are music rights, like we
Right,
made
okay.
this song,
Yeah,
we created
no.
this song.
So it's not just the music, some of the things
It's-
behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
teaching them a little bit about like this industry, and that's really cool,
And even broader scale, like in the long run, we foresee, being able to have students help with marketing and social media and planning and the technical aspects
right.
of it, the sound engineering, video production after
Okay.
the fact for marketing.
The whole
So
gamut.
to be
whole
able to
thing.
bring in students to help with all this stuff is not just teaching the music part of it, but also sort of all the ancillary trades that go around putting on these events.
Okay. So you came with some show and tell items, some things that I've been going through here. This item right here,
Yeah.
this is kind of get to know who we are in sponsorship opportunities,
Yes.
which is huge, which will keep you guys afloat, so to speak.
Yes.
So we want the audience not only to be participants, but we want them to get involved from a sponsorship standpoint as well, for this great cause. That's not just a one-time thing. It's
Right.
something that matriculates over
Yeah.
time,
Yes.
and
Yes.
really gets I guess I want to see children or youth educated
Right.
based on everything
That's
you
it.
guys are telling
Yeah.
me. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really
Yeah.
not just a matter of playing things.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely. And you can find all of that information at nextupmusicri.org, right? And by the way, the link to that is in the description of this episode. So you can just click that link.
Okay, and the other thing I
Fantastic.
wanted to touch base before we wrap up here is the Next Up album release party. This is a little bit smaller of a handout here. And tell me a little bit about this. This is the one you just talked about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay,
Yeah.
so this right here is what will be happening
At Patty's
at Patty's at Tiki Beach.
And
next
you
next
have
week.
a VIP invite.
Well,
Yes. VIP.
Just
Vanessa,
him.
you obviously don't know who I am.
Just wait, just him though.
No. Ben, you already got
No, it's
your
fine. No,
invitation.
no.
Did you get-
No. It's all the time we have for today, guys.
All right.
I sent
I
you something
don't-
in the mail.
I don't know. You sent me something in the mail.
From-
Where?
It came to 321 Media. Ben, Ken, and DJ Gadget. VIP. You didn't get it?
I have no idea.
Wow.
She
Oh,
like,
so
Did you send it here?
Handwritten.
I
But did you
handwritten-
send it here?
Yes.
Oh, I don't
Let's
know.
argue
Yes.
about this.
I haven't
online.
done it.
Let's-
Yes.
Let's debate this.
Less
I wanna-
release
so
party.
this
show
right
it.
here,
Oh.
Vanessa. This is a bigger photo
Yes.
of the release party that happened on the
Yes.
31st.
Yes.
Okay, what I'd love to do with Next Up is, as far as the Music Inc. is concerned, is I'd like to touch base maybe in August.
Awesome.
Get together again here.
Absolutely.
Maybe Big Lux can join us
Yes.
with. Is it Karen?
Not going to happen.
Is it Karen? The other
Teresa?
one? Oh, Teresa.
Oh,
sorry. I don't know where I
yes,
got
because
Karen
they'll be
from.
married by then.
Really?
It's not going
Yes,
to happen.
they have
He's
to
not.
hang out together
Yeah,
all the
when-
time.
maybe
When's-
she'll come. He won't.
When's the wedding?
Next week.
Oh wow.
Maybe that's why he's
Oh
not
my God.
here.
Okay, okay,
He's
so-
getting a little busy.
Well, we'll see if he actually shows up for his 50 under 50 interview as well for that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
And a couple takeaways.
Yeah.
The 31st of May this year
Mhm.
at Patty's Tiki Beach is the release party.
Mhm.
And then we're going to have you on in August
Thank you.
to talk about things to come in the big
Yeah.
festival in Wilcox Park in September.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank
Great.
you.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank
Vanessa
you.
Mike,
Thank
thank you very
Thank
much.
You so
I
much.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All
Your
right,
first
wonderful.
podcast.
Thank you.